The U.S. Surgeon General came out last year and he basically said that there's a loneliness epidemic going on right now in the United States. Do you think that you can relate to that?
I think a lot of it is people's mentality.
I can definitely resonate with that, and I actually really like that you had brought up that topic.
Being lonely just sucks.
Loneliness has become a really big topic the last few years since 2020, and the U.S. Surgeon General came out last year saying there's a loneliness epidemic going on right now. So I'm going to interview people asking them what their thoughts are on the loneliness epidemic, if they can relate to that, and what their advice is for people that feel lonely in life right now. Let's get started. The U.S. Surgeon General came out last year and he was talking about how there is a loneliness epidemic going on in the U.S.
Oh, yeah.
Would you say that you agree that there's a loneliness epidemic going on, and do you think that you can relate to that?
Yes. Yeah. I definitely think there is. I can relate to it for sure. If we come together, there's nothing that can really stop us. Being lonely just sucks. So just go talk to somebody.
How many friends, actual friends, would you say that you have at this stage of life?
10 to 15.
So these are all people that you actually hang out with and they're actual real friends?
Yeah. I cut off a whole lot, but out of everybody that I've cut off, these people that I have right now actually care about me, would be there for me, or if I got into like a fight or something, they would fight with me.
How is it that you feel lonely whenever you have so many friends compared to a lot of people?
I guess when I'm by myself, I kind of just get lonely from time to time.
So with people that probably don't have as many friends, maybe some people only have one or two friends as they've gotten older. It gets tougher to make friends as you get older and to maintain old friendships and make new friends. So how do you think we can make it a little bit easier to maintain old friends, and how do you think we can make it easier to make new friends as we get older?
Keep in touch, through Facebook to maintain old friends. New friends, just go out and talk to people, and but be careful.
How do you think we got to this point to where everyone's feeling so lonely in the world?
I think social media and electronics and war, propaganda, government issues, that kind of divides us pretty quickly out when I notice out in public. I do remember when 9/11 happened, we all joined together, and it was pretty cool. We need to get back to that and understand that at the end of the day, just be kind, because that's really all we have left at this point.
What advice would you have for people that feel really lonely in life and they probably don't have a lot of friends? What advice would you give to them right now?
Don't give up. Reach out to people. Go to counseling. I've been going to counseling, and it's been very helpful. I know that's, a thing that people don't really want to talk about sometimes, but it really helps and it does not hurt. Go, hang out with friends and go take a walk. Be happy with yourself and try to lift yourself up.
There is a loneliness epidemic going on across the U.S. Do you agree with the statement that he said that there's a loneliness epidemic going on, or do you feel like you can resonate with that, or do you feel like that's not quite the case for you?
I think it's true, but I think I think a lot of it is people's mentality. Their minds aren't set right. Their minds aren't in the right gear for things, and I think they force themselves into loneliness. It's like a coping condition or something. That's what they use to cope.
How many true friends would you say that you have in your life right now?
I got 3 true friends.
Why do you think that friendships tend to fall away and we lose the old friendships as we get older?
I think when we get older, we mature more. We learn more about ourselves and about other people. And I think when we're younger, we have this mentality of, anything can fly. My friends, they're here for me for life. They'll do anything for me. Once you get older, you realize that that's not the case, and that they won't do anything for you. You start to learn that that's the true colors. That's the true side of them.
What kind of advice would you give to people that feel really lonely in this time of life right now?
Get out there in the world, do stuff. Get over every anxiety, fear you have. Just get over it. Do what you can to block it out, and just go out there, meet new people. Go to go have fun. Go to a golfing tournament. Go shoot guns. Just have fun. Do it wise. And go with God.
The U.S. Surgeon General came out last year and he basically said that there's a loneliness epidemic going on right now in the United States. Do you think that there is a loneliness epidemic going on? Do you feel like you can resonate with that, or do you think that that's not really the case?
It is the case, but it's not really because of COVID. It's more of a generational thing. Everyone in this generation, they don't really want to feel whole with somebody. They just want to be there in the moment and then move on to the next best thing, which you do you, but it's definitely causing a lot of problems for people who want something more serious and genuine, and it just keeps going in the circle. A lot of people have just become complacent with themselves. Friendships are a whole different thing, especially with COVID happening. I guess that did play a factor in friendships itself because it made everyone seclude themselves and they just kind of dropped off from a lot of people. No one was able to go out and meet new people or anything for several years. And now that COVID's over, it's just no one wants to reach out properly, and they just try to learn to rely on themselves for the most part.
How many true friends would you say that you have in your life right now?
Currently, I would say I really only have one or two at max. Like, I have people I can talk to and chat with, but people I know I can rely on, few and far in between.
What advice would you give to people that are trying to make some new friends?
When I turned 18, I forced myself to get out of my comfort zone. It was one of the best things I could do for myself. Like, I forced myself to go to clubs, bars, whatever, by myself. Like, I did everything on my own for about 2 years. It was not very often I took people anywhere at that point, but you just got to try to get yourself out of your comfort zone and do the best you can. It will be a little hard and scary at first, but the more you practice and get out of there, the easier it'll be in the long run to talk to anybody.
Would you say that you have grown exponentially to where you feel completely comfortable talking to random people and making friends, going out places on your own like that?
Oh, yeah. Like I said, when I turned 18, I couldn't talk to anybody. Like, I had my friends from high school, but like, that was high school. But actually going out of your way to go up to a random stranger and be like, hey, nice shirt or something like that, it's not an easy thing to do. But it definitely does help you in the long run, especially for jobs like what I do for being in sales. It helps being able to talk to anybody. Any real industry nowadays, it's where you got to be in front of people a lot of the time. So you just got to practice and keep doing it.
The U.S. Surgeon General came out last year and he told everyone how there's a loneliness epidemic going on right now. Do you think that you can resonate with that? And do you feel like you're often feeling lonely in life?
I can definitely resonate with that, and I actually really like that you had brought up that topic as well because, I mean, it is very pertinent, especially when COVID hit. It hit everybody, and it really, I mean, even it hit the elderly people a lot because you couldn't hug anybody, you couldn't touch anybody, and then, you know, you're seeing kids who don't know how to socially interact. And for me personally, it hit me a lot because I was in the UK at the time when COVID hit, when that loneliness was hitting, when everything was going on. So I felt even more alone, which is why a big reason why I moved back home. My roots again, stop being lonely, ground myself, if you will. Yeah.
How many friends would you say, true friends, would you say that you have right now?
2 or 3.
What advice would you give to people who feel really lonely in life, but they have a hard time connecting with people and just going up to people and talking to people in public?
If you're not feeling silly, if you're not feeling stupid, you're not doing it right. You have to feel anxious. You have to feel these emotions. It's not about not feeling it and doing it. It's about feeling it and doing it. No getting over it. It's embedding it, pushing through it, moving through it, going through it.
The U.S. Surgeon General came out last year and he talked about how there's a loneliness epidemic going on across the U.S. right now.
Okay.
Do you agree with that statement that you think there's a loneliness epidemic going on, and can you resonate with that?
I totally agree, especially after the pandemic. You know, I feel like that changed a lot of how we interact with other people. So a lot of people started being more to themselves, and with everything coming to us, like getting our groceries, getting our food, everything like that, it's just like it comes to you instead of you going out and interacting with other people. So I totally agree with that.
Do you feel lonely right now in this stage of life?
No, not at this stage of life. I feel pretty content with myself. I feel like I have surrounded myself with pretty amazing friends, and my family's also pretty great. So I feel like I've built a pretty good, solid team.
How many true friends would you say that you have?
True friends, I would say I have 3.
So with people that feel lonely in life right now, what advice would you give to them to make some new friends in life so they don't feel lonely?
Get out of your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to be awkward, to, you know, put yourself out in uncomfortable situations to meet new people. You never know what's out there and what great people you're going to meet. So just go for it.
There's a loneliness epidemic going on right now. Do you agree with his thoughts on that, how there's a loneliness epidemic going on, and can you relate to that?
I could see that. I don't know the statistics on it or anything like that, but I could see that there's a loneliness epidemic. It seems to be like a gender war sometime going on. I don't know, relationships aren't aren't as successful or thriving. So I can see that. Dealing with loneliness, yeah, that's something that I deal with. I have my children, but I moved from my hometown, so I'm not from here. And I haven't, I guess, put myself out there enough to really kind of meet a group of, a friend group or a relationship or anything like that. So, yeah, I think it can be kind of hard to, meet new people.
How many true friends would you say that you have in this stage of life right now?
Honestly, maybe like one. Honestly, one.
And as we get older, like after we graduate high school and college, like it seems like a lot of the friend groups kind of go away.
Yeah.
And so why do you think it's harder for us to make friends and maintain friends as we get older?
A life. Honestly, I think our life experiences, maybe just depending on the different things we've been through, we tend to maybe close up, not be as open to meeting new people. Yeah, I think that's a big part of it.
I can see that. But what would your advice be for people that are watching who might feel really lonely in life and they have a hard time getting out there and meeting new people? What advice would you give for people like that right now?
I would say step out of your comfort zone. Maybe do something different. Find a hobby, maybe a group that you can join, and you never know who you might meet or what could come from that.
The U.S. Surgeon General, he came out last year and he said that there's a loneliness epidemic going on right now across the U.S. So I wanted to ask you, do you agree with that, or do you feel like you can resonate with that at all?
I guess sort of, because I moved to the city recently, so I don't really know too much people. But I would say I feel like social media is kind of a big cause of that, to be honest, because it's like now, like for example, I was in a classroom earlier, the start of this year, and the teacher was like, what's crazy is that over the years I've seen people talk less and less and less, and now they're stuck to their phone and all that. And so I feel like, yeah, there is definitely a social, loneliness epidemic going on. And I don't know why, but I feel like, especially in, men, I don't know. I just feel like men are, kind of getting lonely now, but yeah, I definitely do feel like that does exist now.
What do you think is the reason that people feel so lonely nowadays?
I would just say, yeah, just, the phone, really. Like technology, the phone, just, I guess the comfort of being inside, we don't really have to go outside to, let's say, apply for an interview. We just do it online. So it's like, that definitely causes more homebodies and, isolation. So I would say definitely that's key major factor.
How many true friends would you say that you have right now?
Around 3 or 4. But they've been my lifelong friends,
For people that are out there watching this that feel lonely in life right now, what kind of advice would you give to people that feel really lonely but they're really shy and they don't feel like they're able to go up to people and just talk to them?
Start small, by saying hi to people and all that, and pray about it, be like, hey God, I'm this, I'm that, and just start small, really.
All right, thanks so much for watching. If you have any interesting questions you want me to ask strangers in the future videos, be sure to leave a comment in the comment section below, and be sure to subscribe if you're new, and thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.